Ashley Leverett, still Smith going here on the near side. That's Reese in the middle. The deflect goes in. That's Fitzgerald. Oh, tic-tac-toe passing right there by the Bulldogs. It's 4 unanswered here.
He allows it to carry out as the Stags cleared away the first time, and surely there's a trip there, but none called. And then backhanded drive kicked away. That was Alcina denied by brilliant goalkeeping of Caitlin Bennett. Mark looking forward, has runners with her. McMullen on the side of the area, has 2 players in front. Burgoyne is denied. The secondary shot goes. Hannah Pike, her 4th goal of the season in Fairfield, adds to their advantage. They lead now by a score of 3-0 with 27:21 to go.
The circle was a Georgetown player, hence why the Bulldogs got the long corner since it went out of bounds.
But that one is going to stick. It goes in, deflected in once again by Kerrigan in front. So, hey, she had the first one go off the board. Well, you might as well get the second one to go.
Long spell possession here for Penn. A lot of tired legs out for the Stags. Canisius, a drive into the area, blocked away well by Bennett. That was Hoover on the deflection. Again, it's sudden victory. If there's a goal scored, this contest is over as Tilton has split the defense. Now Hoover into the area to the far side. Keeper comes out once again. It's Katz. That time denying Karen's side to the far side. And a break could be on here. This is Fitzgerald. With only the goalie to beat Fitzgerald, but Maida again sticks the right out there and knocks it away.
Both goalies playing absolutely phenomenal games.
Well, you could just have a highlight reel of both netminders in this first overtime period. Ball still could be on. It's Katz, and she's got it! Steffi Katz, the senior captain, leading by example and giving Yale a victory in overtime with 1:09 left. So we're into the 6th minute of action here, still looking for our game's first shot on goal. Penn had an early chance off the penalty corner, but didn't connect on that one. But a poor giveaway on the far side. Here comes the Quakers forward. This is Claire Canisius through the midfield, but Laura Shelton lost her balance for a moment. Good check by Carol Meadow. And Yale looked to break out of their own end. Had an opportunity to see Penn earlier on this season when they played Fairfield in a game that actually ended up going into double overtime before the Quakers pulled that one out. Penn will like to clog the midfield up. They're not a team that's going to let their opposition break out. So if they do beat them, they're going to have to beat them with numbers forward. And they're not a team that gives up a whole lot of goals, as their GAA is below 1.8 this season. But ironically enough, that's only in the middle portion of the Ivies. One of the things about this Ivy League, teams don't give up goals. There are a lot of tight scoring fixtures. And a bit of coming together there on the far side as Hoover drags away Lily Smith's stick. First time we've seen a yard sale here in a little bit of time.
And just as this game goes on, look for it to get more aggressive. Look for plays like that to start happening. There's a lot of bad blood between these two teams, and especially if this game stays close, I think we'll start to see a little bit more fouls and maybe even a couple cards here or there.
Last year when Yale trekked down to Philadelphia, it was a close game for a long stretch of time. Penn jumped out to an early lead. Tilton, Palacios, and Hoover all had goals. Yale cut it to within 1 at 3-2 halfway through the second half before Penn was able to pull it out, and Yale scored both of their goals off penalty corners, which was a big key for them, but Hoover ended up getting the extra insurance goal that was needed to put that one away, as Holly Jackson does well to bring a heavy pass down going forward. Jackson's been so impressive this season, but just as I say that, Hoover gets past her. But coming out was Katz. Helping there again was Jackson. You and I saw in Yale's last match against Princeton where Jackson had to come off a bit later on in that, and also in a match prior where she got injured late. Yale's defense is much different when she is on the field versus off the field, and they're a better team when she is in that center back position.
Definitely, and her poise and aggression as a freshman has just been a great surprise for the Bulldogs in this season, and knowing that just her first season here, she's going to do big things for the Bulldogs as she matures and spends a few more years in New Haven.
In the 10th minute, get their second penalty corner. As driving in was Palacios here to the near side. Palacios, a sophomore from Virginia with 5 goals, had 2 against North Carolina, a goal against Columbia, and the game winner against Fairfield in that double. A second opportunity to come for our visitors is once again Rachel Huang, a junior from East Brunswick. We'll insert here from the near side. The last time Penn looked to go through Schneck to Hoover but Yale was able to get sticks behind it and knock it out. Do they go through that same routine here? As it's a pass to the near side, a low drag, it's kicked away. That was Schneck on the shot, but another penalty corner comes into that because it bobbled up into Alex Mackay's jersey. And a third penalty corner here for Penn as we're in now the 10th minute of action.
All season, Penn's done a great job at getting corners, not necessarily converting them. So even though the Bulldogs have given up a few corners early, not the end of the world for the defense. Just as long as they can continue to take away those shot opportunities from the Quakers.
And this is Hoover with a drag flick to the far side. It was intended toward Elise Tilton at the back post, but it was knocked away. It will be Penn's possession still on the far side. And they'll look to reset. So Yale already seeing off the 3 penalty corners thus far. And now they'll have a chance to break out as Kiwi Comizio, good stick work, and had the option to the far side, but Brooke Reese not able to take it down, and Penn will continue on the possession off to our left as we've had plenty of action here to the goal facing Emily Katz. And she's starting to see more and more action over the past weeks. Now 5 times she's recorded 10 or more saves, including the 13 against UConn, which to think that means 21 of the shots went on target. It's a lot of work for the netminder, but still even then, she's keeping her team in the games and no doubt will be in the conversation for all Ivy honors. Steffi Katz, I haven't called her name a whole lot earlier on. She sends a pass here to the near side, and Lily Smith won't be able to track it down. The other thing that we didn't talk about, the wind, is a definite factor in this one. As that one kind of carried a little bit. The gust across from the far side of the field to the near side as Katz looking to backhand one into the area. It's knocked down by Laura Shelton. Still Yale battling into the area, but a foul called against the Bulldogs as Reese gets called for the infraction. Penn will have a chance to clear out. That's the first real look on the offense for Yale as we're into the 12th minute of action.
Great interception by Kiwi Comizio, and that's what the Bulldogs are going to need from her to really spark the offense and get going here up top.
The shot into the area was intended towards Fitzgerald, but an illegal hit goes against the Bulldogs. Early goings again. If Yale can get through these first 10-15 minutes, not allow really a good look on goal. Yes, there's been 3 penalty corners, but even then Katz hasn't been tested. So far, so good. But now can Yale get a shot on Liz Mata, who's been a relative spectator in the early goings. A foul against the hosts here as Fitzgerald questioning that call.
You know what, the Bulldogs defense has done a great job on the set plays, the corners, the free hits, but it's the quickness of this Penn team and the quick counterattacks that have provided the most dangerous opportunities for the Quakers, just like that.
Yeah, Sophia Palacio got herself into a good area, but the outlet works as Fitzgerald gets here, open to the side, slowed up for a minute, didn't get control, but ladles it off. That's Lily Smith. Looking to gain the line, and she gets contact. Still Smith going on, and Maida with an impressive kick save to the far side. As I think Lily was looking to see if she drew any sort of contact in that one, maybe perhaps a foul in there. But it will be Bulldogs' possession on the far side. And interesting there, I think the referee kind of acknowledged the fact that there was a sort of advantage, but let Yale carry on, and they nearly got the opener. You can call that the first real good look of this game, as Comizio intercepts a pass right at the midway line.
And you can see the aggression of Penn so far. As soon as the Bulldogs touch the ball on the free hit, automatically charging at Yale, not giving them time to make any sort of pass. And that's what we're going to see all game. The Quakers fight hard against the Bulldogs, and we'll probably start to see some frustration from both teams if this game continues to be scoreless.
Yeah, there were a lot of fouls in last year's contest as both teams are looking to stretch the game at times, but they got bogged down outside of the scoring chances. This is Schneck through the midfield. But her pass knocked down, and this is where Yale can start to work through their defensive lines as Kiwi Comizio playing a little bit higher here on the field. Usually she's one of those backline players, but I've seen her a bit more higher up on the defensive side, now equaling into the middle part. As Middo looks to carry it inside, but Hoover will sweep it away. Also saw that Marissa Medici into the match, and wearing the mask out there, as in that match against Princeton had a bit of a coming together, a ball lofted right into the place where it hurts just a little bit. In fact, we almost had a bit of a first-hand experience as she was able to get that sorted out, as Katie Smith nearly got in through to the back line. Still could be honest, the shot kicked away. That was by Condi to the far side, but good to see Marissa back in there in action, the sophomore from California. A shot that was looking for any sort of deflection here to the near side. Katie Smith a little late to get to it, but it just goes by the wayside as we are goalless in the 15th minute of action. You're watching Yale Field Hockey here on the Ivy League Digital Network. And as a reminder, you can now watch the ILDN through the ILDN app on Apple TV and Roku. Purchase your subscription on your desktop, mobile, or tablet device and gain access to all live events and on-demand content. Enjoy the Ivy League Digital Network on Apple TV and Roku on your big screen today, as Yale Athletics has plenty of activity going on throughout the days. It's Yale versus Penn almost this entire weekend, as football last night. However, the home fans are not going to be talking about that one a whole lot. We're just going to leave it where it is right there. Soccer, men and women, will be squaring off both at Reese Stadium. Coming up a little bit later this afternoon, I'll be joining Brian Tompkins in the booth for that one. And also Blue Madness is in action later tonight. We'll get to that in a moment, as Yale has earned themselves their first penalty corner just off to the near side, a chance for some more bodies to get into the attacking area.
And in the past 6 or 7 minutes, we've really seen the Bulldogs attack, pick it up a bit, get some good shots on the Penn goalie, and really start having an impact there on the offensive circle.
An interesting decision here. This will not be Steffi Katz to insert, because I don't see her on the field at the moment. It looks to be Condi on the far side, and she'll drag it into the area. A shot by Meadows, parried away, still could be loose inside the area, and Yale gets the opener. That's Allie Kerrigan on the doorstep. Maida couldn't cover it fast enough, and the Bulldogs in the 16th minute get a 1-0 lead.